to go? Are you good to go? Yeah. Let's get the interview. Let's get the interview. No worries. Yeah, you're going to do it. So, I don't mind with names, and then Andrew.
Thank you for joining us here today. We've got two really exciting announcements to make with regard to Ballarat basketball moving into 2019 and beyond. The first announcement is that for the 2019, 2020 and 2021 seasons, we will be welcoming Hotondo Homes Ballarat as the new naming rights partner for the senior elite men's team, now to be known as the Hotondo Homes Ballarat Miners. We would like to thank both Adrian Amira Wellingham and Brenton and Lisa Simpson. We'd like to welcome both Adrian and Amira Wellingham and Brenton and Lisa Simpson to the Basketball Ballarat family. We're very excited to work closely with Hotondo Homes as we grow together over the next 3 years. Our second announcement to complement today's event is that Sam Short has re-signed for the 2019 season and will be back playing for the Hotondo Homes Ballarat Miners through next season and beyond. A local talent, Sam has played all his junior basketball in Ballarat, has represented Australia and now plays for Melbourne United in the National Basketball League. So we are really excited to have Sam back playing for his local town. I'd now like to invite Adrian up from Hotondo Homes. Adrian, firstly, welcome to the Ballarat basketball family. I just have one quick question for you today. Obviously, you're a family-run business and been operating in Ballarat for some time. What was it that attracted you to Ballarat basketball and made you guys want to get involved in this way?
Yeah, we've been thinking a little while, where do we go and what do we want to get out of a business? And us being a very family-orientated business and always have been, we thought, well, why don't we mix up with Ballarat basketball and the Miners, because as you can see they are a great family club, and Ballarat basketball seems to be very welcoming as they have been so far, and continue that support with us. That's fantastic, and we're looking forward to a great partnership.
Fantastic. We'd like to once again welcome or thank Adrian and the families and look forward to a long partnership with Hotondo Homes over the coming years. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'd now like to invite Sam up. Sam, once again, congratulations and I suppose thank you as a director of Ballarat Basketball. We're really thrilled to have you re-sign with the club for next season. Having played all your junior basketball with Ballarat and come through that pathway, what does it mean for you to recommit to the Miners for next season?
Yeah, it means a lot, really. Just the opportunity to come back home and play in front of my home crowd again. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and I told Peter in the process that I just wanted to come back and give back to the community. So that's probably the thing I'm most excited about, playing in front of the home crowd and then having the opportunity to give back to the community.
Yeah, okay. So at the moment, you're a third of the way through the season with Melbourne United, playing alongside players like Casper Ware and Chris Goulding. What are the big things that you've learned in your time at Melbourne United that you think you'll be able to bring back to the team here in Ballarat?
Yeah, I think just the overall professionalism that the National Basketball League, the standard that it holds, just learning to be an athlete 24/7. It has its challenges, but really just bettering myself as a player in all facets of the game. I'm just looking forward to coming back to Ballarat and trying to show that I've gotten better from last season.
Yeah, okay. Now we also, I suppose, final question for you. Recent announcement, we've welcomed Brendan Joyce back to Ballarat basketball for the first time in over 20 years. He's been a successful NBL coach, an NBL championship winning coach, a international coach. He's been to Olympic Games and World Championships. What does it mean to you as a young athlete to come back and be able to play under a coach like Brendan? And what do you think you'll get out of working with Brendan?
Yeah, it's incredible. I think anytime you can play under a coach that has that much experience is fantastic. I've done a little bit of work with Brendan before a few years ago when I was younger through the Victorian Country pathway. But to now being that little bit older and a little bit more professional, hopefully pushes me to the standard to really make that next step in the NBL and beyond. But yeah, it's exciting for Ballarat to have someone of his calibre come and push his program forward.
Yeah, okay. And I know I said one last question, but I'm going to double down and say one last question. Middle of next year, really exciting time for the association and for Ballarat. We'll be opening the brand new indoor sports centre. What does it mean to you, and what are your thoughts about the idea of playing in such a state-of-the-art centre, and what do you think it may mean for young athletes coming through those pathways, not only in Ballarat but throughout Western Victoria, to now have that hub for athletes to work towards?
Yeah, it's great. It was obviously a major drawing card for me coming back, is getting the chance to play in that new stadium. Obviously, we saw what Bendigo did with their centre. I think ours is going to be better than theirs. So yeah, it's really exciting. Hopefully we can pack it out a couple of times and get a great atmosphere in there. But for the young kids, I guess it's just that extra bit of like the stadium's going to be world class. Getting training in those conditions will be great for them, and it'll give Ballarat the chance to hold some great tournaments, and it'll be great for the economy in Ballarat. I'm a great businessman, so I'll talk about that as well. But, yeah, it'll draw great competitions to Ballarat, and it'll be fantastic for the kids to play in a new arena like that.
Fantastic. Sam Short. Before we wrap up, if anyone's got any further questions for Sam or wants to have a further conversation with Sam, but that's the end of our formal proceedings, so thanks everyone for coming in.
Hang on, mate. There you go. So we're stuck in this side.
Good.
Sorry, Maggie's left now, so
Maggie's
you won't
gone.
have her your press conference.
That's
there.
all right. Won't have to see a shocking jump shot at training.
Nobody got time for that. Matt playing
Tomorrow night, so yeah, hopefully. He's in
That's
a
right, Tuesday, isn't it?
yeah, squad of 13,
Yeah.
so hopefully he gets a gig.
Oh, mate, huge.
See what happens.
Had to watch Brisbane Heat for the first. Strikers for the first time, sorry.
Yeah, I know. A bit different. But it's all right, as long as he plays.
Yeah, exactly right. That's why he moved, didn't he? So.
You guys all good?
Cool, so you go. Perfect.
No worries. Bit of a no-brainer to re-sign.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. I always wanted to come back to Ballarat, so it was only really a matter of time before I put pen to paper, so I'm really excited to come back.
And we were talking about Brendan before, you've already sort of spoken about it, but how exciting is it to have a coach of that calibre come on board?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, just to be under a coach of his experience is fantastic. Hopefully he can teach me a lot of things, and it'll be great for this program. He'll push us forward a long way.
So a bit of unfinished business with the Miners as well. Obviously, the last 2 seasons got close, but haven't quite been able to get over the line.
Yeah, I guess that's another reason to come back as well. A little bit of unfinished business. I really just want to push and get that championship in this new league. It's not Seawell, but yeah, I mean, some more signings to come hopefully, but yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll hopefully push for that championship.
And Sam, you made the decision not to go to college, obviously quite tough, but do you think that's sort of been paid off, obviously, with the Melbourne United signing? But how pivotal was the basketball Ballarat pathway been for that as well for you?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, it was a really tough time in my basketball career to decide whether to go to college or stay here. I think the last couple of years with Melbourne has really confirmed to me personally that it was a good decision. And then just with Ballarat coming on board as well and really supporting me along that journey as well. It's been fantastic, and they continue to push me and try and get me to that next level in the NBL.
And the new competition starting, mate, how exciting is that? And what do you think with those big V teams coming in?
Yeah, it's great. I think it's awesome for them to be able to step up into this new league. Obviously, it's not named yet, and a few finer details yet to be confirmed, but I think everyone's really excited about the rebrand and a little bit less travel, but it should be great.
And Sam, American imports played a pretty big part for the Miners in the season just gone. Brendan sort of suggested they're going to look more locally for some bigger signings, some other key players. What are your thoughts on it being, I guess, a bit more of an Australian or local team as such?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really worry me too much, to be honest. As long as they're really talented, it doesn't bother me. We've had some great imports in the past few years, but it's up to Brendan and the committee to decide which direction they're going, and I'll just fit in around them.
Sam, as a lockdown defender, obviously defence a big part of your game, but last year I think we saw you averaging about 11 points, so that increased from the previous year. Do you think you're going to go up again this year? Is that an aim at all?
Yeah, I hope so. I've been working on that training in the NBL. I really want to come into this new season and become a really good scorer in the league. So that's probably the next step my game has to take. As you said, I sort of base my game around my defence and being able to find people in my assist numbers, but being able to take that to the next level in the scoring column should be hopefully a good outcome.
Okay, any indication from the boys last year if any of them are re-signing as well?
Not too sure at the moment. I think Josh Fox is pretty close, so I just got to keep chatting away to him and push him over the line.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Did you have to dry hop this morning?
Yeah. Stay for the day and then I'll head back tonight.
How's it all been, mate? All right, just training.
Yeah, just training away.
Did you get much time over Chrissy at all?
Trying Christmas Day again.